Adrija, I'll inform you. Yeah, it begins. Adrija, please. Adrija, unmute karo. Mic off hai.
A very hearty good afternoon and a warm welcome to everyone present here today. My name is Adrija Malik and I'm your host for today. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the Cafe Culturalis, an event dedicated to understanding and celebrating cultures across the globe. This meaningful initiative is jointly organized by the Society for Promotion of Art and Culture, SPARC, and the Department of English, Karim City College, Jamshedpur. Cafe Culturally is a space where culture becomes like a conversation. Just like a cafe, it invites us to sit together, exchange thoughts, and discover the diverse ways in which people think and express and live. It's about building bridges to understanding, and today's session is one such bridge. We are deeply honored to have with us a very special guest, Advocate Neethu Padoor, a distinguished human rights lawyer and traveler currently associated with Viking Migration Consultancy, Stockholm, Sweden. I would like to welcome our special guest and also like to invite our Principal Sir to speak and also welcome our guest.
Thank you.
You.
Respected Advocate Neethu Padoor,
Yeah.
esteemed faculty members, dear students, and distinguished guests. A very warm welcome to all of you on behalf of Karim City College. It is a privilege and a moment of pride to host this online event featuring a speaker of such remarkable caliber and global perspective. Today we are honored to welcome Advocate Neethu Padoor, a distinguished human rights lawyer and a traveler whose work with Viking Migration Consultancy in Stockholm, Sweden, bridges continents, cultural and courses. Her journey reflects a rare blend of legal acumen and cultural curiosity, making her wise, respectively relevant in our times. The theme of her address, Navigating the Crossroads, the dynamic dance of human and cultural rights in India, resonates deeply with our academics and social ethos in a country as diverse and layered as ours. The interplay between universal human rights and deeply rooted cultural identities is a both complex and compelling. It is a subject that demands not only legal insight but also empathy, historical awareness, and a global lens, qualities that Advocate Padoor embodies with grace and conviction. And educators and learners, we must engage with these crossroads not merely as observers but as active participants in a shaping a major, more just and inclusive society. I am confident that today's session will inspire the critical thought, meaningful dialogues, and renowned commitment to the values that bind us as citizens of both India and the world. Let us listen, learn, and reflect as Advocate Padoor takes us on this intellectual and healthy journey. I congratulate the head PG Department of English and convener of SPARC, Dr. S.M. Yahya Ibrahim, for his efforts in bringing such an eminent personalities to us. I extend my best wishes to the PG Department of English and students of Spark faculty members for a dynamic learning session ahead. Thank you. Thank you very much to all.
Adrija.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Advocate Neethu Padoor has dedicated her life for human rights, equality, social justice, and her work spans across borders, and her experiences bring truly global perspective to how we understand connection between human and cultural rights. Today, she will be speaking on a very powerful and thought-provoking theme, navigating the crossroads, the dynamic dance of human and cultural rights in India. Her insights will help us reflect on how culture and rights coexist, how they sometimes clash, but more importantly, how they enrich and empower each other. So, without any further ado, let's welcome our guest, Advocate Neethu Padoor.
Hi, everyone. Respected Dean of the English Department, Mr. Yahya, sir, and the principal and other dayas. I think I'm audible to all. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You are audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So I think I will introduce myself in a brief way. My name is Neethu Padoor, and I was working as a lawyer in Kerala High Court, and I had High Court of the Kerala and High Court of the Madras. And later in 2021, I moved to Sweden after marriage. And recently in September 16, I started my consultancy because I cannot practice Indian law in here. But in the 2 weeks back, Yahya sir messaged to me, Neethu, can you do this? Then I was thinking, yeah, because always I liked India to do such classes for students and to give my knowledge to my friends or students, because I studied law and I completed law and all these academic things. But I have to, if I store in my brain, it will not give worth, it will not give a productive worth to others. So I feel I have to do these, my knowledge or whatever I know, to share to my friends. So I felt very happy, and thank you so much for this, like opportunity from India. The time is the only the matter is the time is different, because I'm in different time zone now. Here is in clock and 11:45, and otherwise I have some problem because I studied Swedish, so my English is like in when we living in Europe and we have study other language, it's more important. But at the same time, I'm very happy to get this kind of opportunity, and for the Karim College, Jamshedpur in. So I think we can directly go to the subject, and yeah, I can give, because you are English students, so I think I don't want to touch more legal things, but I can help you to how to wrap this subject in your own way. So let us start. I think we have to wait for someone to join, or all are in this Google
Now, please
Meet.
start. Please start, ma'am. Please start.
Let's start. Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
So I think we can break the formality. So I feel when you think about first we can think about rights. So I always say as a lawyer, my right always start ending in front of others' nose, because I have the right. That does not make others to, like what you say, hurt others. Even for example, I have to punch someone or I have to kick someone. So I can stop in front of his nose in a philosophical way. So everyone has the right. That is important when you live in a society, when you live in earth, when you live in a world. So we have the special right. But in India, in case our all rights are written in Indian Constitution or Constitution of India, the authentic text you should have been read. It's because we are familiar while studying. So it's very important. We have similar like fundamental rights, right to live. These all important. So these are, but at the same time, we have to respect the all rights, which is important. So Universal Declaration of Human Rights, UDHR, in Article 1st, they're saying all human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. They are endowed with the reason and conscience and should act towards one another in a spirit of brotherhood. So, international arena, UDHR, Universal Declaration of Human Rights, it's we all humans being are born as free. So I can say we are not. Everyone have our own right. Everyone has their own right to live, right to free, like born as a free and equal dignity and rights. It's not upon the rights is not measured through your money, career, or fame, or anything, property, or nothing. We are human beings, so we have to get as a freedom through the dignity and right. But at the same time, but the how I am sitting here, how you are sitting here, the freedom is coming through various like freedom fighters blood and a lot of power transferring power and war. Through the war we got what we have the freedom now. But at the same time I can say, but in India, we in India we have we have a casteism, we have a different religion, and we have a different rules and regulations, because that is we call India, because we have a different variety of unity among diversity. I can say that. So at the same time, we can say we can think, but at the same time we have a love, harmony. For example, if I have a thirst or if I fall down in the road, in Indian they give shake hand, but at the same time I experience in Sweden they always say they don't know because the people don't want to mess. At the same time we have a right at the same time, and when we have a right we have duty also. So right and duty, it's like I can say it's a part of the one coin. So when the right is coming, at the same time you have a duty also. I have the right to live, but I have the right I have at the same time I have a right to duty also. I have others to live. So we when the right is and when the right is coming, at the same time duty also involving. So it's also it's I can say it's a part of one coin, both side. And another thing I can say, then I can say in our Indian constitution, we have a different rights. So the all rights are wrapped up within a different sections. So it is always like when you have a problem or when you have any fundamental rights problem, you have various remedial measures. We can approach court. For example, if anyone have violated your cultural rights, so you can approach national, we have a national council, NHRC. NHRC means National Human Rights Council. They form something like they form we have they form some kind of helpline. So I can come through after when we conclude the subject. So I think I can focus on cultural rights in Indian constitution, and I think I hope I can give a little bit of case law, because I think you don't want to get more case laws because you are not a legal student. So I can say India is a diverse country and containing several cultures like religions and ethnic groups and languages. So we have India, we have Hindus, we have Muslims, and we have Christians. So at the same time, we have harmony also. Whatever we have a problem coming, but we know how to love together. We know how to share together. We know how to understand. So that is the part of we always call unity among diversity. So at the same time, we can say another one in cultural lights. I can open my PDF, and in cultural light of Indian constitution, I can say India gained independence in 1947, but only adopted its Republican Constitution in 1950. But at the same time, we have some. At the same time, we at that time also after 1915, the people have a tug of war. What is the right? At the same time, casteism, and we have a Shudra, Brahman, the Brahmanical hierarchy, like Shudra, Vaishya, Kshatriya, and all those things. But at the same time, in ancient India, we have a ancient India. Actually, I can tell about an example about from my Kerala. In Kerala, we have Brahminical hegemony in ancient time. Still, sometime peripheral area you can see. But at that time, if, for example, the landlord, for example, landlord, we're coming from the Brahminical things. So yeah, I can say then in Brahman. So, for example, landlord who have a lot of wealth and grain, and they have big houses. If they comes, we have to keep 15 feet. So that is a kind of discrimination on the name of the caste. But I born in different caste, you born in different caste. That's not in our problem. The society, the human made such kind of casteism that human want us a free. And so we were like a forest human being. We were making fire through the stones and hunting and all these things we got. Slowly, we started to like dressing well, and we started to change. It's a kind of evolution. So through that, the human got. Then we made the casteism and all things. So these all religion and all these things, these are, I can say purely, it's all human-made concept. So we don't confuse with these things. If you want to follow, you can follow. But at the same time, when you live in India, you have to respect others. So at the same time, I can tell we have in Indian Constitution, it is always protecting our all cultural rights. For example, if you ask, but at the same time, I have to connect with I touched international UDHR, but at the same time, the Protection of Human Rights of 1993 Act, they are saying in a different definition. I can say in the Protection of Human Rights Act 1993, 2D saying the human rights means the rights related to life and liberty and equality and dignity of the individual guaranteed by Constitution and embodied in the International Covenant and enforceable by the courts of India. So again, we have say life, liberty, equality, and dignity. So at the same time, we can say in when if you open the preamble, we are the people of India and we have the right to life, liberty, equality. So we have life, liberty in the kind of a freedom, equality, all are equal, dignity. So we all has to we have to respect each other, and right to life, right to liberty, equality, and dignity. We cannot force others. You do this in a coercive way. So in 1993 Act, why the Act is specialized? Because whenever you have a confusion, you can approach. When anyone is violating your right to life, liberty, you can approach through this Act 1993, and you can approach as per UDHR also international. But when the state is not complying, state is not for conforming your problem, then you can approach any DCHR, European courts or International Court of Justice. But they have some criteria. But at this, yesterday when I was thinking, cultural rights in India, I was thinking yesterday what I have to talk, or how can I present these things and all things. I just brush up because I'm not using this knowledge sometimes, So I was thinking sati. So sati is a part of sati in Rajaram Mohan Rai that time. Swami Dayananda Saraswati, I think he stopped the sati. So sati, when husband died, you have to jump into the fire and end up this life. But at the same time, they're not thinking to marry someone or inculcate their life and all things. But sati is a forced cultural practice. I can observe, because Sati in ancient centuries, Sati was forcefully dead. When her husband died, the wife has to jump into the fire, burning like a strong fire. So I feel it's a forceful practice. But later, at the same time, and another one we have some casteism also. When you see the landlord, you have to away from them, and you cannot talk in front of him. You have to you have to do vows, and you have to do a lot of stuffs in front of the landlord. So I feel it's a part of our culture, but at the same time, our culture is like it's forcefully sometimes when we after we growing up, we after we have education, after we learned many things, so we have to understand which is important in our life, so at the same time, the society will not push you. The society tell tomorrow don't wear jeans or don't wear these shorts and all these, or so who is the society? So at the same time you have to question. The constitution always say right to life, right to live, right to wear, right to travel. Everything is connected. See, the society is like a group of people. They tell tomorrow you don't do this. It's not we have to society. Who is society? When you have education, you have to question everything. Because I feel when I studied law, I felt very happy because the parents obviously started to respect me because I have my own opinion that when you have any problem, you have to, everyone has to live their own way, not our parents' way. So after this talk, I said this, and you have to do no. It's like you have to understand what you want. Because when I say this, cultural, I took 1 hour topic like wrap up and all the things, PDF and looking and all this. Then it's no. You have to think what you want to do. So you have to live yourself. Not like a society said you have to do this. Society I said, society these people they said, that people said this. So it's not. You will be. So that's in a Rousseau said, man born as a free, but everywhere he is in chains. In a way, it's correct because the society pushed. When you go in a wedding, the woman has a separate place. We have to respect each religion, but at the same time, certain things we have to remove. What we have to do is we have to take the good parts from the any things, and the rest of the parts, the freedom is important. At the end, the liberty is important, right to life, how to right to life in your own way, but with respecting the society, not too much respecting, but you have, whether you have the right to dress, so that's you can dress, but you don't focus more on society. When you focus more on society, you cannot grow up. The society will be pulled down. You have to do these and all things, so sati is an example. I think all are hearing this. Sati is an example, and but at the same time, after a lot of Swami Dayananda Saraswati, he stopped the sati practice because it's not a good thing. Everywhere that sati is increased and all this, and after the death, the wife has to remarry or wife has to leave. So that's her freedom. The death of the husband does not decide the death of the wife also. So this kind of barbarian society we had, but we just changed from that after in a point of view. But now we can say that now we can learn a little bit of legal things. I touched a philosophical way in my own way, and we can say that I can touch this one. The cultural rights, however, do not neatly fit into these two categories, unlike some economic and social rights, like the right to food. The right to food is when I'm hungry, I have the right to food. And the cultural rights are protected in the international level, both within the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. I can say ICCPR, International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. It's called ICCPR, and the International Covenant on Economic and Social Cultural Rights. We say ICSCR. So these are international. You can check in the website. International. We have International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. That is international arena. And then at the same time, we have economic and social and cultural rights. When you have violation, the state is, if the state has not taken any solution, so you can directly apply to these commissions. And because the laws are always to protect us, not for to show the things or whatever it's maybe. Then another thing, we can say this is because certain aspects of culture, such as protecting minority cultural practices, we would have civil rights, and while other aspects like promoting greater access to community cultural life and scientific advancement include positive state obligations and are therefore grouped with economic and social rights. So we can touch a little bit of law. I think as a lawyer, I have the duty to tell, but I will not get bored. I will not make you boring also. And the framers of the Indian Constitution took a similar approach. Cultural rights are therefore located in both parts of third and part fourth of the Indian Constitution. Part third includes following provisions such as fundamental rights. So I can read that for your information. Article 29. One of the Indian Constitution guarantees any section of citizens with a distinct language. So this is important. Article 29(1) of the Indian Constitution guarantees any section of citizens with a distinct language, script of culture, the right to conserve it. This article therefore guarantees minorities the right to protect and preserve their culture. That's the reason in civil service exam, some people can use Pali, some people can use Sanskrit. So we have to respect this distinct language. If the language is old, we are not using these. And at the same time, we have to respect the cultural practice also. Because obviously the Ambedkar, he know this will make a problem in India. So he always put a Article 29(1) sub 1. So we have to write it to. So in the crux of this article is we have to protect script and we have to protect culture, the right to conserve it, and therefore guarantees minorities' right also. For example, SC/ST and all these things. We all pupils, but at the same time, Ambedkar made a different demarcation line for stop the fighting in future. Unless people will mess all things. And second one, Article 29(2), protect the equality of citizens as it guarantees protection against discrimination on the basis of religion, race, caste, and language. Protect the equality of citizen, and it's guarantee protection against discrimination. So, for example, if you have any problem in religion, race, caste, black, like when sometimes some people say, in recently I have a conversation with my husband. His sister is in US. So his sister daughter is a little bit tan color. So someone said, you are black. So that's not. Because after early I used to think black and white is beautiful. I will marry Salman Khan and all these things. That's not. My husband is still black. So the color is not a matter when you understand. The problem is that all this beautiful skin, everything will be wrinkled and it will be damaged. How much facial you do and all these things. The beauty is the matter of mind, the color. So in America, the black and all these things, it's not. We have to love each other. In near to you, your friend is black. No, it's an old century, and or the color is not the matter. You have to when you remove the skin, everyone body, everyone blood will be same. So I always hate whoever talk about color and things. I will be pulled. If my friends, I think when I am studying, I can tell a story. When I am studying in LLB, we used to have a lunch time. So one day I had some fish curry, or I don't remember some curry. I think a fish curry. But one of my friend, I gave to one of my colleagues. Her name is Nina. Then another guy, he's an old. He's a lower caste. But we don't. But I'm telling for this story. So she said he took my curry that box, and then it's collapsed. It's fall down in the floor, and then she said. I think that's the reason you are a lower caste. She told the dialogue. Till the time, I did not talk to her. I did not went for a wedding. We used to sit in together. I changed because when you study law, if it is the mind is filled with fear, mind is filled with the poison of casteism and this lower caste feeling and color and creed, all these things. It's not allow you. When you study law, it's not making you the growth of the brain. You have to change. You have to cope with. And we are like it's, I can say, in Hindu, Muslim, all the caste and everything is in a beads in one garland. So we have to respect it. So for it does not make when I studying law, oh, this is lower caste. No, we will never do this kind of things, because when after I studied law, I changed, because we have to accept it. If I tell this, oh, I'm doing this presentation to Karim College students, and if I'm not doing practice of these how to take care of or how to respect others, then what is the purpose of the law? Then I think I would have been studied philosophy, or I would have studied some Christianity, or then, because when we studying law, we have to be changed. You are English people, so you should correct others, and you can give free tuitions to poor people, poor kids, children. So at the same time, you are also improving. That does not mean, oh, money. Oh, no. These are things we have to be changed from mind when you're studying. And today onwards, you should respect, you should hug your next students. You don't think, oh, this is the separate. And I don't like groupism in classroom. Some people, they talk only Muslims. It's no. We do in schools and colleges, we have to change our mindsets. It's more important. Coming to, I just went in a small story. I will tell some stories like and law, so you will not get boring. So Article 30, another section is saying Article 30 permits cultural and language minorities to establish and administer their own educational institutions. This right therefore protects the right of minority group to promote their cultures and languages. In some colleges, they have some seats for quotas like Muslims or some minority Muslims, some minority Hindus, and all these things. So Article 13 permit cultural and language minorities to establish, administer their own educational institutions. The right to therefore protect the right of minority groups. So you cannot deny. So in Article 13, you cannot educate. We have to administer their own educational institutions through their cultural and language. And fourth, in Article 30, subclause 2, 30 prohibits the government from denying minority educational institutions state funds or aid. Prohibit the government from denying minority. This government cannot deny. For example, I went to the college, Karim College. Oh, you are from Kerala, Hindu. You cannot get admit here. You cannot say that. So you have to, for example, the students, if any college is prohibiting your admission, Article 13(2) clause, you can claim this right. So prohibit the government from denying minority educational institutions state fund or aid. In other words, it prohibits discrimination and ensures equal protection of groups in the field of education. For example, I put some my head covering just as per Muslim. So we have to respect. You cannot remove. Tomorrow you don't wear. Nowadays in Kerala, current on small children, nursery children, when the preschool or school preschool, she messed this right. Some wearing some head cover and all things and Christianity. So it's always comes, but we have to respect them. In the northern side, we have a Sikh. You cannot remove these Sikh people, the turban and all the things and head covering, all these things. So you have to respect others and you have to understand others. And if you remove these whatever religious dresses and all this thread, it's personally. And in India, people, they harass each other, but it's not good. And because when we have to read at least Constitution once before you die, because everything is clear cut. They're written in everything in a different section, because in future they have a lot of communal violations and all communal problem and communal hegemony, all these things come. So they just clearly put it in a number, unless people mess always. So because in India we have a different culture, so it's harder to go up, but at the same time everything is written in Constitution. And another one, I can say, the part fourth of the constitution. It's called Directive Principles of State Policy. We can say DPSP. It also includes provisions pertaining to cultural life. But at the same time, Article 43 imposes a positive obligation on state to ensure that all workers are able to fully enjoy social, cultural opportunities. This is similar to the provision of UDHR that recognize the right to enjoy and participate in cultural life. So international and state. So state Human Rights Commission always look to international. So at the same time, we have to get in. We have international. We have remedial measures in international arena and state and national and all these things. So 51A F. So UDHR recognizing 51 in International Universal Declaration of Human Rights, UDHR, that recognize right to enjoy and participate in cultural life. Article 51A, 51A, subclause F imposes a duty on citizens of India to value and preserve the composite culture and heritage of the nation. The DPSPs therefore place responsibility on both individuals and state to preserve and promote India's cultural heritage. So, for example, suppose someone is bit on the national flag. So we cannot do that because it's our national flag. So at the same time, we have to respect our country. I came in Europe, so I deny India and all these things. No, the mother country is always. Sometimes when I say to my husband, "Oh, Europe is amazing," because we are infrastructure is different. The bus will come on 12 o'clock. There is no 12:05 or something. So in foreign country, they run behind the time. That's their money. So when I come to India, I feel stressed. No, I have to accept. So it's not. So my husband always say, "You are not from Europe. You are from India." So we have some respect. We have to respect Indian things, and we have not for we have to degrade our mother country. So mother country. Still, when I see the flag of India, when I see Janaganamana, I still get tearing kind of, because it's like it's nationalism. It's not. It's a patriotism. So I can say I'm an Indian, and still India. I feel when I say India, India is a poor country. We love each other, and but we give also. So when I come to in this Swedish culture, I have Indian quality because I always ask to help. So I always feared. I don't want to change my Indian things because helping and all things, because it's our parents. When I'm child, my parents, everyone's parents, they taught us you have to give. Still, I have the behavior when I open something from in front of anyone. Yesterday, I was. I can say an example. Yesterday, I took an orange after my gym. The gym I went with lazy because I don't want to go gym and all things, but I went. So when after the gym, I opened the orange, the clementine orange, and I asked one lady, because my mother always say, if you don't know, if you don't have, don't open anything in front of others. So it's Indian culture. So at the same time, in Europe, we will be weird, but no, we have to respect others' hungry, others' time, and others' value. So these are important because I did cultural rights like blah 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 and all these things, and I just took some PDF and copy cut and all these things, and told these and all things to you. No, the real cultural rights start from when you respect others. We have to understand others. It's not Muslim, Hindu, and all things. But still, still my Facebook, I put an agenda. I say, you don't talk about politics or religion here. I hate, because we all are one. So when we die, we don't know who will serve or who will give the last dip of the water. So at the same time, so these are the qualities I got from my law, and I did Buddhism and Vipassana. After that, I tremendously changed. We need to understand others. When we have a problem, don't think your side. You have to think from other side also. So these are important. And now I can say the Indian case law cultural rights. So we have some cultural rights. I think, yeah. Then after Indian case law on cultural, I will check about my timing in Indian time. And then I think no one is getting bored because of my lecture. And
Everything is
yeah,
fine.
Indian case law. Yeah. So Indian case law, I can say give a little bit cultural rights. And I can say the Indian judiciary has struggled to balance the cultural rights of minority groups with other rights. It also struggled to identify minority groups that should receive constitutional protection and to define exactly. But at the same time, we can say when India having some cultural problems, the same time we have Indian constitution, so we don't get blah 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 because it's everything is written, and but at the same time we should protect, but we should ask remedial measures in front of the court, in front of other things. I will come to the conclusion part. I written this all the things how to do things. So the section will first examine cases pertaining establishment and all the things. So I can go with the cultural rights in higher education. In previous time, in I think 1971, there is another college called Dayananda Anglo Vedic College, DAVC, also state of Punjab in 1971. 1971. So several colleges within the DAV institution filed a writ petition under Article 32 of the Indian Constitution challenging the constitutional validity of certain provision of Guru Nanak University. So they said this colleges claimed violation Article 40, equality, 19(1), and F 26, 29, 1, and 31 of the Constitution. So the Dev colleges were established in memory of Swami Dayananda Saraswati. So what happened? The founder of Arya Samaj. As a result, this institution followed a strict religious program in line with the teaching of its founder. So obviously, when we have this Swami Dayananda, they will be impart something. For example, in some Christian things, they teach Bible. So some of the Hindu students, they don't want to learn. And lot of stuff, so their conflict will come. Because in education, I always say it will be impartial, it will be non-religious. Then it will not mess. The petitioners leads that the Arya Samaj was a separate religion sector, and it has its own philosophical conception of God, rituals, Vedic culture, etc. But in order to mark the 500th birth anniversary of Guru Nanak, the state of Punjab established Guru Nanak University. So what happened? The state also announced that all other universities in the surrounding area, including Dev institutions, were to be affiliated with the Guru Nanak University. So Swami Dayanand and Guru Nanak, they have to go together. So including Dev institutions were to be affiliated with the Guru Nanak University. The objective of the Guru Nanak University was to propagate the Sikh religion. So Siddhi. So whoever comes their own name, they have to propagate their cultural and all things, promote in Punjabi language. So the Dev colleges therefore objected being affiliated with this university because Punjab and Sikh religion and messing with Swami Dayananda. So what happened? They went against their own objectives to promote the Arya Samaj religion, language and culture. Then after that, the petitioners claimed that their rights are minority group under Article 29, 1, 31 were violated. So what was in the judgment? I can read this judgment. The Supreme Court noted that Article 29, 1, I will take my tea. Yeah. Article 29, 1 guarantees protection to all individuals, while 31 is limited to minorities. The court established the right of minorities to protect, promote, conserve their culture under 31 in order to seek protection under Article 31. The court held that it is sufficient for petitioners to prove their minority status on just one front, either as a religious minority or in linguistic minority. The court then established a standard and review to determine what constitutes a minority. It held that minorities would be defined based on the population of individual states, not the whole country. So minority, how they decide, their judgment, they said you have to decide the minority. The population of the person, the population of on the basis of population, the whole country. Therefore, in this case, the court found that Arya Samaj were religious minority in the state of Punjab. Sikhs constitute a majority of Punjab population, Hindus from minority. So the court found that petitioners' right under Article 29, 1 were constrained as their freedom to protect and conserve their religion was unduly restricted. So overall, the court held that I think the English people, you English people, I think you will be a little bit bored this because this laws. You can read in the internet, but I can conclude this. Overall, the court held that the rights of their institutions under 29(1) were violated. They have the right to protect, conserve their tradition and culture. They could not be forced to affiliate. So this Swami Dayananda, they can stand their own way. But at the same time, in the another Right to Education Act was challenged on the ground of inter alia. It's again, it's another one more case is related to in society on aided private school of Rajasthan versus Union of India. The same way the RTI ultra virus. So they said I can the violated the right of minority group. So the Supreme Court said the all schools should not be read include minority and private institutions. Section 2012(1) was read down as far as it's applied to the institution. So they have to protect their minority. You cannot deny. So cultural rights and religion group. So now I think I can come to the remedial measures of these. Then you can, if you have any question, you can ask, and if you have any question, I can give my mail ID also. So I always feel after because this is a small subject, cultural rights. After we got a freedom, I feel our culture is changing because somewhere else, some people they are following too much orthodoxical, but somewhere else after education, after we people travel different places, we are changing because if you stay in India, at the same time you can say some rigid religious things are becoming like normal. For example, at the same time, for example, I can say I can touch as I'm more from Kerala. Recently, I read the Sabrimala. The all gold and everything is vanished. We always pray, oh God, we have to get this thing. Oh God, I need to get more beauty and all those things. So we offer money to that temple or a church or a mosque. But the mosque, the temple in Sabrimala, the politicians. Still, I am worried about whether the Sabrimala have the walls because they looted everything, the politicians. So recently, some things, the gold ornaments, Sabrimala in India, one of the richest temple. So I feel, oh God, I have to get more beauty, or I have to get more money, and I have to get more fame, or I have to get more Facebook friends. So I pray for the God and I put some money or some gold in the Facebook from in the Sabrimala. Then Sabrimala, they were looted because wherever money comes. So I feel religion, sometimes people, India, it's easy to rule for making people as a fool to get money. So, for example, PK movie, if you put a stone, so I put a stone and I put some milk. So the next person coming, for example, the railway station, I think we will get more money. So these are the things are changing when corruption comes, and at the same time, casteism. And in a way, I feel casteism is changed a lot in northern side. But still, when I traveling in bus in Kerala, someone asked, "What is your caste?" I was coming from my court office. I said, "I'm a human." So I said, "Manushan" in my Malayalam. So I say we have to say human. It's not like when you say color, oh, they are from Sharma, oh, they have the thread in the, oh, they are from different Sharma and are all different Kasi or other things. We have to change because the constitution it's written. Now I can I can go to the conclusion part. So, my dear friends, if we have any violations like cultural violations, rights, or any kind of hurted feeling, for example, someone said, you don't do this in puja here. So it's up to you. You have the right because you have to protect others. At the same time, I have to protect others. I cannot say to Yakas, tomorrow you don't go mosque. No, we have to respect it. The India is like a unity among diversity, different colors, different religion. I cannot hate. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. I will only travel with the Brahman with train. This is gone. That's a British made this divide and rule policy on the part of that things. But at the same time, we have to respect each other. I have to respect it. I don't deny. Oh, I'm not from northern India. I don't give the lectures to the no. When anyone asks that, right? Because we are giving the knowledge, we have to take and at the same time we have to respect and cohabit. We have to respect and like we have to co together like Hindu, Muslim, and all the things. These are human-made laws. Understand first. The Constitution always protect each human beings, not me, not you. It gives. That's why it's called the Constitution of India. That's the reason they are written in a proper way with numbers and sections. When you have any violation, you should check. Not for religious Bible and all this. No, that God said or something. We don't know whether God or not a God. So still, I have remember this. I was coming from a train from Chennai to Kerala. I used to travel. So I met these ISKCON people, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So one guy, he came. He is a foreigner, I think. So I asked, just, I used to do this mockery. So I said, can you show your God? Then he said, I put some fruits in front of me. He said, this apple is the God. He said, this apple is from nature. Can you show? Then I think he got offended and he went to another platform. So at the same time, but it's my out of curiosity. When you feel knowledge, you have to question everything. Because after I studied law, my father got scared because I used to tell this, freedom is important, freedom is blah, 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 and all the things. Then my father get out me from house. He said, hey, you should, after some time, he said, you should go. Then I got my LLM. I shifted to Kochi. I said, thank God. Because I cannot, after studying all this, I cannot do phone call and I have to switch off my phone at 8 o'clock. I felt very bad because freedom is important, but at the same time, my father has to respect me. He did not respect. So he said, get out. You have to learn, you have to earn your money. When I was in, I think, 28, you have to earn money. I cannot study. And because I studied different colleges, SCU and all the things. But now I feel I'm happy because father get out me. I got my entire freedom. So in a way, I learned life. I ate bread, and so these are important. When you break the comfort zone, you learn many things. At the same time, you miss family also. But I am coming to the conclusion. So where violation culture comes, you have a national NHRC. I can give a small line. In 1993, Indian Human Rights Act 1993, they formed two sections, two National Human Rights Commission, NHRC, and SHRC. NHRC national level, SHRC state level. So, for example, you can register a complaint in a national portal foundation because you can NPA. So you have these NHRC made a portal. So when you have a problem, you can. I did it twice. When I studied, I used to file complaint. The security rights, why the security in front of the building, and the traveling right of women in buses, and all those things I did. But they rejected. But when I am studying, so you can go NHRC. You don't want to pay any money or anything. It's a free NHRC. They will. So when you have hurt your religious or cultural or any individual feelings or rights, you should go in NHRC and SHRC. In the court also you have in another one, and you have a Supreme Court and you have a High Court. In Supreme Court, if you don't have money, you can take a 50 paisa this postcard. Then you can draft. I have so and so on. You can mail also. In helpline number NHRC, I can put in helpline number and as a message. Yeah, I can put NHRC message. So NHRC helpline, because it's more important for each people. 14 433 and SHRC. So you should always save this number. Any kind of violations and all things, you can call to them, and they will provide helps. So at the same time, court also you can file court, and I will give my mail ID also, and I can even coming to 3@gmail.com. And if anyone need, now I can say one more thing. If anyone need some mental like advices, free, because if have any problem, and if students, I have this problem and I have some issues on anything, you can let me know. I can give my number and you can send a mail. Neethu, I have this problem. From here I can help, because it's not for money or anything. I can help you free of cost. You are students, and or if you anyone need this, oh, I have this problem, can you counsel me? So because I always in sexual harassment and violation or any family problem discuss, and how to do their career things and all things, because I studied law, I have to give help to others. So that also I feel. And now I think, yes, sir, we have a question hours. If I know, I can tell, or they can check in A, because that will
Yes,
save time.
we have a very small question hour, just a few questions.
Yeah.
So, Adrija, can you take up the question answers? If there are anybody who can ask anything.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your insightful thoughts. So now we will begin with our question hour. If anybody is interested to present a question in front of our guest, feel free to do so.
Ramhari has raised his hand. Ramhari, can you unmute yourself and ask the question, or if you can write the question in the chat box? Option is yours.
Yeah, that will be more easy.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Very good evening, ma'am. Good evening, sir. So I have a question about the religion. So should we talk about the religion in the society? And it is necessary to represent our religion. Like I am
Ramhari,
Hindu,
can you raise your
Muslim.
voice? 1 second. Ramhari, can you raise your voice in laptop?
Okay, ma'am.
Ramhari, speak loudly, please.
Yeah,
Ma'am,
then it will be.
my question is, should we talk about the religion in the society? So,
Yeah.
and it is necessary to represent our religion, like I am Hindu, Muslim, Christian, and Sikhs, etc. So we should keep our religion at houses only. The constitution provides some religious rights, but it doesn't mean to show off the religion in the roadside in our country.
Hmm. So I feel you put your religion in your pocket,
Yes, yes, ma'am.
because the constitution, I when you say constitution, but you when you go, when you have your religion, at the same time constitution gave you have the freedom whether you have to follow your religion or not. But now I will say you put your religion into your pocket, because in when coming to religion, it messes a lot. Okay, I got your question. Yeah, I will come. Yeah. Should we talk about the religion in the society? And it is necessary to represent our religion, like I'm a Hindu, Muslim, Christian, and Sikh, etc. We should keep our religion at our houses only. The constitution provides some religious rights, but it does not mean to show off religion in the roadside. I can say religion. When religion comes, for example, Ramhari came, I also came. So we said, "Hi, how are you? What is your caste? Which religion is coming?" It's bullshit. because that does not make that my respect. Some people they do in old generation. Ram Hari Gaur, oh, he is Brahman or not, or he have the thread, or he have this and then all this binti and all things. The religion, I feel that's the reason Karl Marx said religion is an opium, or it kills each other's feelings. So in individually, I have respect. You are Hindu. Okay, cool. Anyway, he have a prayer time. I have respect. But when you coming to public place in college, you are this caste. We cannot do these things. But at the same time, we have to respect. Religion, if you go in temple, okay, you have to be silent, or you cannot talk a video call in the temple. But when in a public place, because religion always make messy conflict. So at the same time, if you have a religion that you put on your pocket, but at the same time, you have to respect it. For example, you are going to marry or someone, so you have to respect that her religion. But it's personally, it's up to you. But it's not coming when it's a public place. This is place. Okay, I'm doing it. Oh, who is this caste? Okay, I will talk to this only. So the religion always mess, but at the same time, respect and take in a positive way. Don't mess with the religion and rights. But at the same time, religion when it comes personal growth. If it is a good growth, okay, you accept. So, but religion have a religion. I say right to religion in constitution given providing. But at the same time, you have to respect others also. You cannot hold. Oh, so there is one example. All India Christian Union versus Vellore University. So what happened? They put the Christian song Amen, Amen loudly. So what happened? The neighbors they just put a they stopped because they cannot violate the sinners. You have Amen, Hallelujah, Hallelujah. You can say 1,000 times. The neighbors are running because of the music and all things. But at the same time, you have to respect. You can do prayer from home without noise to others. It's so really right to 21 and all the things we can I can say religion is I feel a religion always make a discrimination among, but if you have to respect each other, Muslim and all things. But these are British made because British they know how to rule Indians and how to catch fish in the muddy water. So, but at the same time, you have to respect each other. But don't question others' religion or whether why you are wearing these. Recently, I saw someone who wear these things. So we think, oh, he's in Stockholm. So what European they look? If I put a bindi, Europeans they look. Then out of fear, I removed. Oh my God, I feel shy. If anyone wear sari in this winter 4 degree, people think, oh my God, she's mad. So the religion is up to you, you know. But at the same time, I can check 1 minute. Our Indian Constitution, right to religion, right, right to religion. Yeah, yeah. Article 25 to 28, right to religion. It's said as a freedom. So at the same time, Article 25 is freedom of consent, right to profess, right to practice, right to propagate. But these all things, right to profess, Article 25 said freedom of consent, right to profess, right to practice, right to propagate, limitation. These all has to come in front of my nose. You cannot trouble me. You can practice, you can propagate, you have limitations. Public, so the limitation is in constitution. All these rights are subject to public order, morality, health, and the state's power to regulate economic, financial, political, and secular activities. Understood? So any person being compelled, so you cannot you can and you cannot do this in a your own way in a full fledged, like, oh, I just took all my freedom and I loudly play music Hare Rama or anything whatever. So you cannot. So you have in a different, you have to respect others in a different way, with respecting to my feeling and your feeling, then you can practice religion. That's, I think, I hope. And if you have more question, you can send me Gmail. Or nowadays, no need of
Okay.
my things. You can ask Chat GPT and everything is in finger, I feel.
Okay, 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 ma'am. Thank
Yeah.
you.
What you do? What
Thank you
what
very
what
much.
subject you study?
English, ma'am.
International?
No, no, no. Now, yeah, we study about the international and our Indian also. So,
Oh,
because our English literature, my subject is English
yeah,
literature.
English literature. Good. You're from Jamshedpur?
Yeah, Jamshedpur.
Oh, you should study in abroad. You in your UK and other country, they have a lot of fellowships for master in law and all things. You will get it. You should check in the website, and they give. You can get free of course, free of many of fellowship also in Sweden and Germany and all things. Don't stuck in India and yeah through. And I think we need to do some programs to students. What are the so you after the education you can go for post graduation. Well, no PDF or PhD and all things. They give provide money and all things. So you will learn too much. You have to don't stuck in
Okay,
India.
ma'am.
You should go move to abroad.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Now
Thank
next
you so much.
question. Yeah. Thank
Anusha.
you. Thank you also. Next question. I think
Anusha, please unmute yourself.
Yes, am
yeah.
I audible?
Yep.
So, hello, ma'am. This is Anusha Das, and my question to you is: how would you compare the awareness and implementation of human rights in India and Sweden?
Ah, it's a good question. Yeah. Nice. I appreciated you. Thank you, Anusha, for this question. Yeah. Nice. So what subject you study? English?
Yes, ma'am. English.
Okay. In which class? PG or UG?
No, no, UG. Same two, I mean.
Okay, okay. So which semester you are?
Ma'am, semester two.
Oh, so semester two. So Yahya sir give more assignment and more too much works. I think you can tell after this call. Your internal will be go. I'm kidding. So yeah, you say you in cultural rights and in so in cultural rights, I feel when I am coming from India, I used to wear my thali and that this wedding things. Yeah, you can put your face, show your face, no shy. Yeah, good. So what happened? Culture. You said implementation of cultural rights compared to Sweden and India. So I can say in Sweden, here the thing is that here people with the dress or without dress they don't bother, and here some of them have no religion, so they have atheist. And here family things like if you go for a party you will see many people come and they will be married ex-boyfriend. So family life is in Europe it's zero because they don't think they have a dating culture and all things. But compared to India, when my husband go into date, I'll kill him. No, it's like we have to respect our Indian things. So when I came here, I feel afraid. So here I have so Monday to Friday. I think these people will start drinking. I think, oh my God, how they get money? So these people, because they don't have to take care of their parents, the parents has to take care of themselves. The kids in India, we have to send money to parents after we grow up or we have job. In here, they have to take care of themselves. Individuality is extreme. So what happened? I never see any procession going there. In football time, they drink, they come and they just sing songs. They are very shy people. In here, Sweden, if you look anyone eyes, or men or woman, they feel offended. So without knowing, we can look. And they're very hypersensitive people. If you loud, if me and my husband have fight, they report it to police. Then stamp, report. So it's very sensitive in international European things. But at the same time, they have a midsummer festival. In the midsummer, they pluck some flower. They put under the pillow 7 kind of flowers in Sweden. Then they made for fertile, like becoming pregnant. So they become pregnant with someone of their friends. So it's like we sometimes when we think we feel, oh my God, what kind of culture is this? It's their part, European and Swedish people are Viking people. At the same time, they have some food different habit. They drink some. blood kind of things they eat. And I hearing something, some fish one, some sardine fish or something they put in a, but when they open, there's a bad smell. And they eat raw meat of sliced one, uncooked raw meat, they slice beef and all things they eat. So it's a Viking things, cold country, wherever the geographical things is different, so it will be different. We India, we cook and we respect, we dress. But after I came here, I never see a girl wearing sari and a good dress. So cultural things. We say if they don't have, they have religion, but it's all if you want. But their religion will be extreme. The priest will be traveling costly car and all things. But at the same time, religion, you hear religion is freedom. If you want, you can. If you don't want, you don't. That same time. But India, we have if 6 o'clock, if I am not in my home, my mom say, "Oh, where is she?" Night in Kerala, especially, and still in Kerala, we have some casteism. When you come and in Kerala in the ancient time, people dig the floor, they put food for lower caste. These all things. I feel very sad because our ancient people, whether it is Kerala or Northern India, they struggled a lot. In the floor, which idiot? So when compared to Europe, they're far away because they have tissue paper, they have knife and fork in our culture. So they are far away, but at the same time, they have some. When you see the movies, they have some. Still, they have some. They go for tarot reading. This is tarot means zodiac sign, looking zodiac sign. Oh, this is you happen your life. Still, they also nowadays I saw some of my friends. They are coming to Kumbh Mela and all things. So the West, we have always, West always imbibe no, East, East always imbibe West. That means India, we always look for it. Oh, they are eating burger. Oh, they are doing this. But our yoga and all things, we don't have dimag. They took our yoga. Now they are practicing. Still, I can see Ayurveda and yoga in India. Here in for one yoga class, it will be 10,000 rupees for one session. So I feel our culture they took westernized, they took and they changed. But at the same time, they have food habits, good one, vegan they are following. But at the same time, they do eat more meat and all things. Again, Viking winter and all things. But school's culture, but sometimes cultural things they don't have. But some people they do Buddhism and all things after coming India, and they feel India is like they get free food from temple. One of my friends said. So India, they feel they like to learn. They come for to make them strong, and they go back. Still, some of my Indian friends, no Italian friends, they are in India, Rajasthan somewhere, and they are learning how to stitch things. Now, then after that, they are selling in high price in Europe. So whenever a foreign comes, they know they will be double mind. They will be learn something. They come as a yoga something to do yoga. When you go back, they learned yoga and they teach in foreign country. They get money. We just look. So it's but culturally it's different, but more Swedish and but it's I can say you all can apply Sweden colleges for higher education and PhD or PG or again one more things you can do, and you can study different subject also here. I think you got answer. Thank you so much, Anusha, and study well. Best of luck. Yeah.
Thank you.
So yeah, and happy Diwali.
Let us take two more questions and we'll finish that session after
Yeah.
that. So it is Farheen
Yes.
and
Yes.
Ayushman. Farheen and Ayushman, one by one, please.
Yeah.
Hello, good
May I
afternoon.
start?
Hi, Ayushman.
Ayushman, please wait. Please wait. Allow Farheen to ask first.
Okay.
Farheen, please.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am.
Hi. Good evening.
Yeah, my name is Karina. My question for you is, how does the Indian Constitution balance individual human rights and cultural rights?
Can you please write?
Farheen, write it in the chat
Yes,
box.
yes, ma'am. One second.
Yeah, ma'am, it is there in the chat box.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. How does the Indian Constitution balance individual human rights and cultural rights? Yeah. It's a good question. It's a clever question. How does the Indian Constitution balance individual human rights and cultural rights? I told you in UDHR, Universal Declaration of Human Rights, it's the definition is it's all human beings are born free and equal dignity and rights. But at the same time, I can say Indian Constitution balance individual human rights. Individual human rights at the same time, every individual has to respect the cultural background also, because that's the reason Article 26 and I told you 31, 30, all the sections. We born as a free. So right to life. At the same time, we have the right to life. We have to respect minorities' rights also. If anyone is lower caste, oh, they don't have the right. No, with respect, we have the right to life. That does not mean you have to kill others' right to life. You have to respect others or minority rights also. But at the same time, we have a Indian Constitution always. Indian Constitution, how to balance means it always written in a proper way. Where, why, when, how. So when you read, for example, Article 25, right to religion, profess, practice, propagate. But at the same time, when another person comes or another religious person, religion minority person comes, you have to respect. But your Indian Constitution always doing balance. Individual human rights has to respect the minority rights also. You don't have the full-fledged, or I can sing a song with taking mic, with loudly, whatever I can. No, you can sing a song with respecting others' ears, then you can perform well. So always there is a mutual respect when you what it's called, when you interpret the constitutions of fundamental rights and cultural rights, you have to respect the individual rights and individual religion and individual right to life. So this Indian Constitution always balancing through the mutual respect of each individual's religions. I can say Hindu, Muslim, Christianity, and Parsi and Sikh or anything, whatever it may be. But at the same time, I have to respect in a proper way. When you have a conflict, yeah, obviously, you can see as per you can, if you have a violation in fundamental rights, you can approach High Court and Supreme Court. But at the same time, through this National Act, the Human Rights Act of 1993, through that you have NHRC and SHRC. It's a clear cut. It's part of the constitution. It's part of the state and part of the India. So whenever this violation comes, you have the clear cut measures. For example, you are living here. So when you have a problem with the cultural rights or human rights, the human rights first, then it's cultural rights first. And it always has to respect. If both violate, you can approach the constitution. You can constitution in the way in the High Court and Supreme Court. You can approach NHRC or SHRC. So Indian Constitution balancing individual human rights, cultural rights with mutually respecting each other and with mutually respecting each other, mutual understanding each other without any forceful. So Indian Constitution, Indian Constitution, I'll always say it's an authentic text. It's written clear-cutly. Which right, which section. So it always go through unity among diversity. Because that is the reason cultural rights comes. When Ambedkar and his drafting committee drafting this Indian constitution, he know because future it will be problem. So he put this is a demarcated line. Don't want to break these rules. You have to respect each other. You have to respect it. For example, you have a Sikh community. You have to wear the turban. You should wear. It's not asking. So the personal, individual, and all things. You don't force others to. So the Indian Constitution balancing this individual human rights, cultural rights through this democratic process. Because India still we have a different people. In this group we have different religion. We don't break or this my religion is good or his religion is good. No, we respect each other. We understand each other because we humans are born as free. We have a we have liberty. We have right to life. We have respect. So we have to respect each other through the way Indian Constitution always make a balance. But in the balance have any problem, you can approach the court. If anyone violate your right, you can approach NHRC or SHRC. So we have to respect each other. I think, Farheen, did you get my answer? Farheen?
Fareen. Ayushman, please go ahead with your question.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, the
So
crux
I
of my question
yeah,
was,
yeah, you can write in question box.
yes, ma'am. Actually, the crux of my question was almost the same. It was about that we see, like, considering India's immense diversity, which we see around us.
Yeah.
Do you think that the effort to preserve different cultural rights, sometimes leads to compromises in the human rights? That this could be one of the reasons we are lagging behind Western countries in terms of development?
Hmm. So what is your point? What you have to?
I'm saying that we are seeing consistent conflicts between cultural rights and human rights in India. Many times we see this. Could this be the reason we are actually lagging behind in development?
Mm, yeah, because when you look in West, foreign countries, they are far away, much better than us. But at the same time, we have technology. Till example, do you think Kailash Kher, he said in computer, he said Devi, something he said in Kailash Kher, computer, something, keypad or some, he said, this is God or something. But I feel always the culture, the cultural rights or a temple or religion, we have to balance each other. At the same time, I can say too much religious, it cannot get a more scientific advancement or a progressiveness. Till example, I do lot of puja or still I am in temple. I don't give any of my things or share food. I am more greedy. I accumulate wealth from temple. I do puja. So it's waste of. It's like a polluted water, or it's a unflowing water. I can say because when you don't have the growth of sharing, understanding, and all things, and too much religious, it will kill. Till example, in Delhi and all things, communal riot, why it's happened? Many people killed. And for example, in Gaza, how many kids are dying? And I stopped reading the newspaper also. So these are things because of political power. So how much time will take to repair Gaza, like temple, water, electricity, all things? It take more than 10 years to build as it is how or in the oldest way how it was the Gaza before. You can simply check in Google Gaza before attack, before war, and after war. Oh, beautiful land. People, Zionists, and all Israel and Jews and all things they killed. It's all on the part of the religion. So religion is, am I talking religion is on the purpose, religion is for war or destroy? Oh, education. I feel happy. How many, when I see, when we joined, it was 68 people in the college, and teacher, our your HOD, Mr. Rakesh sir arranged this kind of meeting. So I feel happy. Women and all they are studying, and it's very nice, and it's happy to see. So that means many students are coming and educate themselves. So they are growing each other. So the Karim College in that area, the people is producing many engineer, many teachers or a scientist or a, like in education in social scientist. So so if you have if in Gaza, if it is stopped in between the UN or any other any World Health Organization, WHO or anything, they did not do that. So that means they killed the thousands of more thousands, lakhs of child. When I see the child, still I remember when I throw my food, I feel very sad because many people they don't. Recently, I felt, oh, I will eat from the waste because these are the things. People they're dying without food, dying without water. In our shelf, we have more books, mobile, Wi-Fi, laptop, books, everything. So in that destroyed country, how much time will take to repair themselves and regrow? So in a way, I feel India is we have we have religion, but at the same time we don't have war because we have a very good diplomacy and we have good educated. Our all national leaders are studied in different outside of the India and RBI and everything. We have a strong economy, but at the same time, when it comes to Gaza and all things, see the religion. Only the spark of the small religious poison killed, and it's made the war and all things. So who will pay the who will pay the money or value things for their tears? Do you think? Because these are like religious things that sparked, Jewish or Christian or anything, whatever it may be. Still, people cannot understand what is the problem, why they killed. Killing is like killing make anything peace. Now they stopped some treaty and all things. Who is playing these things? I feel very pathetic. Religion killed. If they, if the killing people before killing, if they get education, it will not happen. International arena. So Netanyahu, he will be admitted in a ICJ, but he is vanishing. So who is that? And meanwhile, they are giving Nobel Prize and all things. Basic things. Crying kid need food, but they denied. So I feel religion is always a hamper to scientific growth. But in a respect, if I namaz, I am getting personal growth, or if I do niskar or anything prayer, it's okay. It's respect. Take the good part from the religion. The rest of them put it back. So I can say that with the respect of religion, with the respect of others' religion, others' things, you can grow. But you don't want to cut others, and then you have to grow like a Hitler. It's not aware. It's not good. Long time, and you have to respect in India. You know, India. It's like and anything you don't with respect to others' feeling. How it then it will be beautiful India. I feel. Anyone has to ask any question or
No, ma'am, nobody's there, I think. Adreja, shall we go ahead with?
let's wait for 5 minutes or okay. Yeah, I think all has to go home and take their evening tea and all things. Yeah, it's I think in India it's a 4 or 5. I think in India
Thank you so much, ma'am.
It is 35, 4:35. Yeah,
4:35.
Adreja,
Yeah,
please, please.
yeah. Someone asked Rivenda, why 1 minute?
Thank you so
You Ume Adiba has raised a hand. Yeah, we can give. Hi Ume.
Yes, good evening, ma'am.
Yep.
Am I audible?
Good evening. Yeah, you are audible.
Yes, ma'am. My question is that what advice would you give to students who want to pursue a career in human rights law while also engaging with cultural studies?
Okay. Human rights. you human in what level you have to ask human rights in law level or
Ma'am, in self level, ma'am.
in
She's asking to pursuing human rights as a studies.
okay. Hey Huma Adiba. So I think Huma you can do LLB. You have a 3 year. Now you are doing UG. Are you
Yes,
doing
ma'am.
UG?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
I think you okay. You after this UG you can go for MA in human rights, and otherwise you can study law if you have to, or if you have to go for a law, and
Ma'am,
otherwise you can come to foreign country. In here you don't have to study law, you can directly do human rights UG class, I think, and PG also, because there is no, but at the same time after 3 years course you can study for LLB in for
ma'am,
human rights.
excuse
So
me,
there
ma'am.
you will get it. Yeah.
As we are from non-law background, so how
Ah,
can you suggest us so that we can take steps on the perspective of ourselves, so for the conservation of these laws and rights?
this okay. You don't have background in after 3 years, any degree, you can join for LLB 3 year. You got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, 3 year law. So after 3 year completion, you can directly write entrance, state entrance. You can join in Kerala or Delhi or any place, any states. It's have a government college. You don't have to pay more money also. So I studied in government college. So in government college, 3 year LLB, you can prepare for GK, general knowledge, and all some basic things. Then obviously you can get it in English. You will get it. So you will get some government rank. If you have a 303 or a 200 or a first rank or any rank, you can join in nearest to your college, law college. There is a website. So in the website, you can say government law college admission, 3 year. So through that,
All right.
you can study for that, and at the same time, you can do master in no, you can do diploma in NHRC in National Law University. They are providing diploma also with a bachelor degree. You can go and cyber cell and all things. So NLSU, National Law University in Delhi, they are giving some diploma. So through the diploma, you can work as a human rights activity also activist, and at the same time you can go for human, you can go in abroad also. Abroad you don't want to do bachelor and all things, because here if you study Indian science you can do a master of social science. There is tremendous interdisciplinary, you don't want to follow the law and all things, but you can get, and you will get a full funds fellowship, and you can do part-time work, and many things, students are coming here, and it will be different experience. But if you want more details, I can connect to you. You can take my number.
Adrija, please start the vote of thanks session.
Yeah, yeah. So
Thank
thank
you
you,
so much,
ma'am.
ma'am. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah,
Good questions from our audience and equally great responses
yeah.
from our guests.
Kumari, Cultural Secretary of Park. As we come to end of this discussion, I feel truly honored to deliver a vote of thanks. First and foremost, I would like to thank our esteemed guest speaker, Advocate Neethu Padoor, human rights lawyer and traveler from Viking Migration Consultancy, Stockholm, Sweden. Ma'am, your insightful talk on dynamic dance of human and cultural rights in India was truly an eye-opening. You helped us to understand how human rights and cultural values coexist and shape our shared identity. A heartfelt thank you to Principal Sir for your presence. A sincere thanks to our convener of Spark and Department of English for the guidance and efforts in successfully organizing today's event. Finally, a warm welcome and thank you to the audience for your patience, enthusiasm, and active participation. With this, we bring today's event to a close. Thank you once again and have a great day ahead.